This time out, I am in Dublin, Ohio, in the United States. It is situated just outside of the capital city of Columbus. Around 50,000 people call this place home. From what I've seen, it is one of the most appealing cities in the entire state. Over the next few minutes, I will show you around Dublin, from its natural areas to the historic downtown to this iconic bridge. You'll be able to see if you agree with my assessment about this place. Let's get started. Others have long praised Dublin for its look and its charm. In 2022, Wallet Hub named it the best small city in Ohio. Likewise, World Atlas has recognized the place as one of the top 11 friendliest towns in the United States. It won't take long to become enamored with these streets and what lies just beyond. A walk through the historic downtown reveals a mix of attractive old structures and an appealing landscape. The city dates to 1810 and was named by an Irish surveyor who was reminded of his home country by the area. For those visiting here, it won't take long to fall in love. Dublin has so much going for it. I'll begin at what I consider the heart of it all. This bridge is the centerpiece. It is called the Dublin Link. At 760 feet, it is the longest single-tower S-shaped suspension bridge in the world. In truth, some say it is the only such span. The deck threads the needle of the main tower. That tower is 169 feet tall. This route is made for pedestrians and bikers. The city is significantly more walkable because it exists. This is undoubtedly the most dominant feature in the town. The thing is, it's not that old. It was opened only in 2020, appropriately on St. Patrick's Day. Previously, to walk across the river, people would share a bridge with vehicles. Now, connecting from downtown to Bridge Park is a simple 3 or 4 minute stroll. On the eastern terminus of the bridge is a pleasant bit of green space. This is the Riverside Crossing Park. It lies between the river and the highway, containing multi-use trails, a pavilion, and a water feature. Every time that I passed by, people were taking advantage of the space. A little farther away from the river is Bridge Park. This is a mixed-use development. It features condos, apartments, and townhomes, as well as shops and eateries. People could feasibly live, work, and play all in one spot. The footprint covers around 30 acres. This is all relatively new. Construction began here in 2015. The development began opening in phases in 2019. From all appearances, this seems to be a very successful venture. At present, there are almost 900 dwelling units in Bridge Park, with over 200,000 square feet of retail and restaurant space. The development is said to have cost more than $600 million. Once a week during warmer months, the streets of Bridge Park are closed and it becomes a huge market. Dozens of vendors show up on Saturday morning between 9 and noon. I'm told that the number exceeds 140 separate stands. They sell a wide variety of products, and would-be customers show up eager to see what is being offered. There is free entertainment provided as well. Several avenues through the complex are closed to give ample room for the event. This is one of the better markets that I've seen in this area. It is late in the season and it is still going strong. This runs in this location every year from May through September. This is one of the highlights in this part of the community. It's quite an atmosphere as sellers and buyers converge for a hectic 3 hours. One special area within Bridge Park is North Market. Contained on the ground floor of one of the buildings, this features nearly 20 places to get food or something to drink. Dishes from a number of different countries are featured. This is a satellite location of the original North Market, which is in downtown Columbus. That has been in operation for around 150 years. At the western end of the Dublin Link is downtown. It's an intriguing location as there are new buildings with modern shops, and at the same time, historic structures that date to the 19th century. This is where the original village was situated when it was established in 1810. The core is a relatively small space, but spending an hour or two walking around and exploring would be good use of a part of the day. There is some green space that is not developed right on the river's western bank. This spot is known as the Underbridge Sightseeing Area. It provides room to walk and get down by the water's edge. From there, it's an interesting angle from which to see the arches of the Bridge Street Bridge. This stone span was built in 1935 and is the oldest vehicular crossing in the city. A focal point of this little part of town is the Dublin Spring. Just a few feet from the river, this is a historical source of fresh water. Stones surround the point from where a small stream emerges from the ground. It is said that Dublin would not exist in this location if not for this little freshwater spring. The water is no longer fit to drink directly from here, but it is a positive feature that this site has been preserved as a tiny piece of history. Settlers and most likely Native Americans before them all relied on this spring. It probably was more impressive in the past with a pool that held the water. I've mentioned the river several times. It is the Scioto River. The distance it flows through Dublin is just a fraction of its total length of 231 miles. This channel ends in the south at the Ohio River near Portsmouth. It is the longest waterway that is entirely contained within the state of Ohio. The Kiwanis Riverway Nature Park is a special place to get close to the water. It is situated east of the river and just south of downtown Dublin. A wooden boardwalk winds through an area filled with trees, flowering plants, plus views and access to the water. In total, the park covers a bit more than 10 acres. A couple of other water features are located along streams that feed into the river. This is in the vicinity of Indian Run Falls. It's a cool little place to get in touch with nature. The falls consists of a series of cascades. It's really easy to reach. It's only about a quarter of a mile from downtown on a well-maintained path. It can be a bit of a scramble to get down to the water level. It should be no surprise that the falls are created by Indian Run Creek tumbling down the hill. The path that gives access is a little less than a mile long. Hayden Falls is another cascade that is close to the city. This is the site, but as you can tell, the visuals were suffering a bit when I stopped by. This is what happens when it's dry for an extended period of time. You end up with a waterfall that has no water. The area is still beautiful, but I would imagine that this place is gorgeous after a rain. This is located on Hayden Run, and the drop is about 30 feet. It's just a short stroll over a boardwalk from a busy road. Dublin has done a fantastic job of preserving green space for residents and visitors to enjoy. This is Glacier Ridge Metro Park. It is a sprawling center with many multi-use paths and other amenities. Sitting northwest of the city, this attraction covers more than 1,000 acres. I also visited Kaufman Park. It provides space for leisure and activity near the center of Dublin. This is in the middle of a well-established neighborhood and covers just over 100 acres. Kaufman Park is the home of this. The Dublin Irish Festival is one of the signature events each year. It's annually held on the first weekend of August. As you can see in these clips provided by the City of Dublin, it features Irish music, dance, culture, and more. This all got started in 1988. It has now grown into what some say is the world's largest three-day Irish festival. There is a quirky attraction inside of Kaufman Park. This is called the Watch House and Circle Mound. Raised earth forms a 200-foot diameter circle that is nearly complete. The Watch House bridges the Soul Gap. It was created by a local artist back in 1998. The idea is to represent the traditional Native American mounds found throughout Ohio and combine that with a more modern house made of bronze, copper, and stucco. Speaking of quirky, look at this. This is the Field of Corn installation. It is one of the more unusual displays you will see anywhere. In total, there are 109 ears of corn in this field, each standing about 6 foot 3 inches tall. This has been a part of the landscape since 1994. This commemorates the agricultural roots of Dublin and the surrounding area. It appears to have a secure spot in the hearts of those who live here. Despite that, it was recently placed on a list of the ugliest public art in America. I'll leave it to others to decide its attractiveness. This is one other piece of public art that is a bit unusual. It's a large bust of a Native American leader known as Leather Lips. It has been at this spot in Scioto Park since 1990. The face is 12 feet high. The leader promoted cooperation with white settlers and was killed for that stance in the early days of the 19th century. A driving force for art in the community is the Dublin Arts Council. This center is a hub for the organization. Inside, exhibits are on display almost all of the time. When I visited, work from a Latin American artist filled the rooms. It is situated in a French eclectic style building that was erected in 1941. This is on the National Register of Historic Places. One of the more impressive structures in the city is here. This is the Dublin branch of the Columbus Metropolitan Library. At 43,000 square feet, it is the largest branch in the system. It has a very modern look and an incredible array of locations where people can sit and make use of the space. This is designed to be very welcoming for all members of the community. The new building was brought online in 2019. Not far from the library is the Grounds of Remembrance. It pays tribute to Dublin citizens who have served in the military and taken part in armed conflict. That includes the first 16 members of a volunteer infantry unit who were on the side of the North during the Civil War. The turf and monuments are also aimed at recognizing those who are in the military today. This house is not new, but it has a new purpose. It now serves as the Dublin Historical Society's museum. There is a timeline of the history of the city, plus numerous displays showing items from the past. It is of interest to see the origins and the elements which made the city what it is today. The museum opened in October of 2024, and it currently accepts visitors on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This statue recognizes one of the greatest golfers of all time. It features a likeness of Jack Nicklaus teaching the game to a young boy. The legend was born in Columbus and grew up in this area. This sculpture has been here since 1999 in the median of a street which leads to the Muirfield Village Golf Club. That's the site of the annual memorial tournament hosted by Nicklaus. There's another site that honors a world-famous brand. This is the Wendy's flagship restaurant. In addition to grabbing something off of the menu, diners can learn of the history of the chain. An entire room is devoted to images and accounts of founder Dave Thomas, his daughter Wendy, and what was created. This is not the location of the first Wendy's anywhere. That was nearby in downtown Columbus. Now this is considered the flagship Wendy's location. and it has a ton of memorabilia inside looking back to 1969. As you can see, the first outlet selling the square burgers opened in 1969. I found the greatest place to have a coffee drink. This is the Fox in the Snow Cafe. I dropped in around lunchtime one day. Two factors indicate that this is a quality place. It gets really good reviews on Google, and it's noon on a Thursday, and the place is packed. That doesn't even take into account just how good this cappuccino is. I just had the drink, but this place is also known for its menu items and a variety of pastries. It was a comfortable place to spend a half hour. I discovered some of the best ice cream I've ever had at this shop. It's Johnson's ice cream, and I landed 2 scoops. Johnson's has been around since 1950, and it was founded right here in Ohio. It is now a franchise. The one here in Dublin was the second in the chain. There are 9 locations total around central Ohio where you can grab a scoop or 2 of this wonderful stuff. My flavors were butterscotch toffee and pumpkin. That's the butterscotch toffee on top. They were rich and extremely flavorful. I snatched a beer in a couple of locations in and near the city. This is North High Brewing, located ideally downtown. It was early in the day, so I chose a brew that was pretty low in alcohol. There is so much to like about this place. It is in a fantastic location. You can grab a table right here on the street. It is also in a historic house from 1890. Not only that, I just grabbed a dark chocolate raspberry blonde, and at 4.8%, it has quite a bit of flavor. The original North High was in downtown Columbus. Now it has tap rooms in Dublin and Westerville. Later in the day, I met some family members at Bridges Inn Brewing Company. It is a new addition to the beer scene, getting its start in the spring of 2025. Technically, this is not in Dublin. It's in Shawnee Hills, which is a couple of miles north. This is the place to go, though, if you want something a bit stronger. They have a Belgian double, a Belgian triple, and this Baltic porter on tap right now. They have 0 IPAs on the menu. Given time, I would have liked to try both the double and the triple. There is about 9,000 square feet of room to spread out here. I had been to Dublin several times in the past, but during this visit, I sought out many more of the attractions in the city. Over a couple of days, I hit most of the top spots. I will absolutely return in the future to continue enjoying one of the best cities in the state. As you can see, Dublin is pretty great. In my experience, there are a lot of small towns and cities that are on the same level. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Maybe I'll get a chance to visit there someday. I will have more videos from the States over the next couple of weeks, then I'll get back to my normal content from other countries. If you enjoyed this, you will like all of the other content on my channel. It's Old, Alone, and Far From Home. I'll see you soon.